The Ontario recreational cannabis industry led the state of Oregon in sales per capita in March, with each adult spending an average of $19. The second highest in the state averaged $3.50. It's an indication that Idahoans are driving this market.
It's pretty obvious that the southwestern Idaho area is what's supporting the $10 million monthly sales, which is higher than any place but the city of Portland. And what it tells me is that Idahoans are ready for legalized marijuana.
But it has been pretty obvious that the Idaho legislature doesn't want to legalize marijuana. I talked with a substance abuse coordinator locally who says Idaho should look at the impact marijuana has had in other states. And I met with the executive director of the Community Coalitions of Idaho.
I just think that people really need to educate themselves on the issues of marijuana, and they need to not be so easily swayed by calling it medicine.
David Phillips moved from Southern California. He cited a number of problems, but he says the impacts from recreational cannabis pushed him out of his home state.
I worked hard to try to make my community better, and nothing was working. And I was told, if you don't like it, leave. So I did.
Idaho is one of 6 states in the country that deems marijuana illegal in all aspects, creating an uphill road for Russ Bellevue and the Idaho Citizens Coalition for Cannabis.
The road to legalization here is much more difficult than probably any other state in the nation except maybe Kansas.
Ontario has a 3% sales tax on marijuana, which equaled around $300,000 in March. And they've invested that money into infrastructure projects and paying personal liability. I've talked with city officials, and they don't view this money as something they can count on long term.
They feel if Idaho were to change its marijuana laws, even with medical marijuana, that they'd lose a lot of that tax revenue. I should think that the people of Idaho would want to bring that tax money back, because the people of Idaho are bringing that marijuana back. You might as well have the tax money too.
Although people can buy marijuana legally in Oregon, bringing it back to Idaho remains a crime.
You're going to see more problems when it comes to criminal activity, and you're going to smell it.
Every state that legalized marijuana recreationally started with medicinal. Utah voted to do so in 2018. But people against marijuana argue that voters shouldn't decide this issue.
We don't vote on medicine. So if they want to call it medicine, then it needs to be legalized the right way. It needs to go through the FDA process, just like the COVID-19 vaccine did. We don't vote on medicine.
Steve Dent, Idaho News 6.